check on that. Okay, what is up, everybody? So, yeah, lots of stuff to talk about. So, now that that's taken care of, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. We have quite a bit to get into, and I was really kind of hoping that I'd be able to have some time to get everything prepared for Thursday. But of course the news didn't really help with that. So there's that. But we are in our brand new 2018 Magnum. And so today, we're going to be doing some miscellaneous things. Going to be roaming around the old farm here on Humboldt, Tennessee by Delta South Maps. And boy, oh boy, what a week it has been. Regarding really everything. So there is some things I'm not going to get into tonight. There are some things I'm going to get into tonight, but unfortunately, with the news, we have to start in a very dark place, if you will. And I will be quite honest with you. I was just like everybody else. I was blindsided when I saw this. And sure enough, well, it put me in a very uncomfortable spot. I think it does for a lot of people. So with that said, you can find the article on USA Today. Many of us were up very late Sunday to read this, and boy oh boy, I wished that I didn't. So here is the deal. These kinds of things are not fun to do. because usually we get on here, we have fun. So these are never fun to do when it comes to stories like this. Now I will say, fair warning, there is some very, very descriptive stuff in here. So viewer discretion is advised. I will just go ahead and tell you that this is disgusting. And very, very simply, yes, he is suspended without pay. And the thing is that very, very simply, it is believed that it is going to lead to his eventual firing. And the thing is that this has gone back and forth for a couple days now. And it has gotten pretty ugly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my take on it first. And then we'll go from there. First and foremost, this guy has to be dumber than bricks, quite frankly. Secondly, I mean, all the details are in this article, and I don't really feel comfortable reading them on the air here. Yeah. It's very, very simple. You violated your morality clause in your contract, and all the details, I just would love to ask, was it worth the $80 million? And is it really worth it to come out and look like the buffoon that you are? As far as it goes, look, this happens a lot more than we realize, and it's a lot more than what is reported. The thing is that this is public information. I do want to make that clear. It is on usatoday.com. So there is that. Look, it's pretty simple for me that this might be a blessing in disguise for Michigan State, because there was a higher probability that Mel Tucker was not going to work out versus getting Michigan State to where it needed to go. Now, I will be straight up with you. I'm not into the whole rumor mill type of deal. Because as I said, whenever I come on here and I report things, I either make sure it is public information, or I make sure that very, very simply it is verified by sources before I even say a word. Now, what many of my sources have told me is that the common thing here was detachment. And look, as far as it goes, I really hope it was worth $80 million. Because you look stupid. You look like a piece of garbage. I'm not gonna do the rivalry thing. I don't really get the whole rivalry thing and why we have to make this a rivalry topic when it's not. The thing is that very, very simply, this behavior is garbage. This behavior is sickening. And get out, quite frankly. I mean, that's really where we're at as far as it goes. Reading this, it was absolutely sickening. And as I said, viewer discretion is advised. I didn't really need the comment or the statement from him either. And man, oh man, it just to me it was not needed. And the thing is that very, very simply, the school has done everything right, to my knowledge, but show me where the school did wrong and I'll burn them right where they stand. As far as Mark being back, there was nobody else to call. They had nobody else to call. I think it's going to be interesting to see how after the season goes, because I will not be taking part in any conversation of where Mark is talked about as the head football coach. So, yeah. The other thing that really bothered me is the comment coming out of the press conference. And it was the comment about old MSU versus new. Did that bother anybody else? Did anybody else think it was more cringe than anything? look, all the talking points as far as, K9 making him, the contract itself, all the talking points are gone. Every single one of them. And very, very simply, for the next month, I don't need to hear from Tom Izzo. And very, very simply, Mel burned every last bridge that he had. And according to multiple sources, there were people at the school who already wanted him gone. So I can't really look at this and think of another way that, they have to cut ties, and they need an adult in the room, and that's really where it is. For me, is that they need an adult in the room, because the players are going to get crushed, and I mean, this guy just looks like a POS. Honestly. Like, it's sad altogether, and I don't really want to do the power rank of this. Dude lost all credibility, and it just at the end of the day, of all people, why are you choosing her? Why? And as far as it goes, it's just another reason, to be honest, for the young men out there, control yourselves. Worry about finding your success more than getting notoriety. I mean, that's really where I'm at with it. Of all people, you go with, wait for it, let's just call it a bleeped out word, survivor. Yeah. Not only that, but now you're basically out here trying to say that they're completely false. All while suspended without pay. Eventually leading to, after the hearing of Title IX, your firing. There is no world where this guy could come back. And it's disgusting all around. And I will continue to say it. If you are a young man who listens to this channel, very, very simply control yourself. Worry about finding your success, not getting your wick wet. But there's no world where this guy could come back and coach. And the thing is that, I mean, all the credibility that you had of Saban and Kirby standing up for you, people vouching for you, people here in Detroit standing up for you and making the case that this, when it was announced, could have worked. And instead, you were too worried about getting some notoriety. I mean, you had one of the best positions out there as the CEO of Michigan State football, and you threw it all away. Very simply, cut ties with this guy and move on. Because this is an entire mess that has to be dealt with, quite frankly. Give me one momento, guys. And it's just, you know, just all around, all the details in here, it's absolutely disgusting. And look, I hope Michigan State can turn it around. But this isn't going to be an overnight thing. This is going to take years, if I'm being quite honest with you. So, look, these kinds of things are not fun to deal with, and the thing is that it puts you in an uncomfortable situation. But the thing is that if I don't talk about it, if I'm being honest, if I don't talk about it, then I'm not doing my job. Like that's all there is to it. And so this is, I'm not just gonna whistle by the graveyard when something like this happens. And not only that, but guys, I live local, so I'm not any story that comes out locally. I'm not just gonna whistle by the graveyard, and it's not gonna be this deal of, oh well, it's just there's nothing for me to say. No, then I'm doing wrong by the listener. And that's one thing that I refuse to do. I'm not going to do wrong by you guys, because you guys listen for a reason. Whether it's Farm Sim, sports, or otherwise, I'm still going to... I'm not just going to whistle by the graveyard so somebody can just, clown me for it. That's not the case at all. So, look. Not only that, but here's the other thing. Your stories don't even add up, Mel. And it tells the world what we want to know. It tells the world what we already know. You're a piece of garbage. And very, very simply, look. Not only that, but you were on company time. And you said, oh, well, I was in East Lansing. No, you weren't. You were in Florida. Look, all around it's disgusting, and it is just sickening. But no, all around it's disgusting. As I said, I'm not going to share the particular details on here because A, I'm not risking my channel because I work very, very hard on this channel, and not only that, but probably not meant for on here if we're being honest. But look, as far as it goes, I've already said it twice. This is going to be the last time that I say it, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Look, if you're a young man and you listen to this channel, worry about your success, not notoriety. It's not worth it. And B, don't ruin your life over it. I mean, this dude ruined his entire life over this. So, um, with that said, she sent a response into Coach Tucker's comments. Quote, "This is just more of the same Darvo. Deflection, victim blaming, and lies that I have been dealing with for months now. Coach Tucker has been delaying and trying to stop the investigative process since the beginning. He can't afford to go to the hearing that determines credibility of the participating parties. I believe the statement is his way of getting out of participating in the hearing. October 5th and 6th, I will be present for the hearing and make myself available for cross-examination by his attorney, Jennifer Beville. I invite him to do the same." So, look, as far as Tucker's statement, it really sounds unhinged, if I'm being quite honest with you. Look, straight up, it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. And at the end of the day, there was a higher probability of Mel Tucker not working out. Well, good. Now they can move on from it. They can cut their ties, and they can figure out how to get a friggin' adult in the room that's going to lead these young men to where this school wants to go. So there's that. With that said, we're going to go ahead and pause for a save. Okay, so let's get that garbage out of here. And let's go ahead and talk about Monday Night Football, because boy oh boy was it a shocker. And boy oh boy does it certainly hit home for Lions fans. And the thing is that really these two teams are tied at the hip, to be quite honest. To me, look, if this would have happened Thursday night with the Lions, it's really all you need to know. I mean, you would feel like Jet fan today. And it would be TBA on your career. Or on your career. On your fandom. As a fan. If I'm being fully honest with you. That's just the way I feel with it. I don't really understand why it has to be this way, but okay, whatever. So, 4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers done for the season. And man, oh man. If you're a Jet fan and you want to chime in, I'd love to hear it. Because I gotta imagine you're feeling pretty down, if I'm being honest. But look, Jets win the game, and that's kind of really all I care about. Very excited for the picks. Very excited for what's going to be coming up this week on Thursday. But I did feel that we did have to get on here and talk about the Tucker situation along with other things. Yeah, there are certain things to be excited about. Alrighty then. So this is the last little bit here. I do want to talk about how Thursday and Friday is going to work. We can get into that. I am going to give the college. Ooh, that's right. I got to do that. All right, so that can stay there. And this ought to be great. I guess for right now, we will go ahead and let's move our new planter back a little bit. Alrighty. And I reckon we will go ahead and get to liming. So this is probably going to be the last field that we will plant as far as that goes. Because as I said, this one will be grass. And yippee. So with that said, we'll get this out here. Nice. Plus, I'm really enjoying this map. Alrighty then. So the Mount Tucker stuff is in the pot, or in the hopper. Oh no. Oh, okay, we're good. The Aaron Rodgers stuff is in the hopper as well. And I'm interested to see how he's going to be with the rest of the team. I'm interested to see if he is still going to shepherd Zach Wilson, or if he is just going to stay away from the team. And the thing is that it could be career ending, is the thing. But that's really up to Aaron. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to see Aaron come back. Because look, he was supposed to be the guy, you know, for this franchise. And that's not really what I planned on doing, but alrighty then. And that's just kind of that. But as far as them being tied at the hip, it's very, very simple. Because the last completion that Aaron Rodgers has made was to Kirby Joseph for a interception. They were both on Hard Knocks. So that's why I say tied at the hip. So, coming off of week 1, what are you looking to see in week 2? And not only that, but what is the Lions' weakness heading into week 2? Note on Seattle, they are down both of their tackles. Was going to say that for the preview, but notice that today. So look, that's going to put pressure on the D-line. Now look, I do think this D-line is going to be better, and yes, I do think they're going to get a stop. Probably not the best way to do this, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, so now this is where we get a little heavy again. And I was asked to do this, and when I'm asked to do something, primarily I do it. The point is that very, very simply, I wanted to take some time and I wanted to talk about what can we learn from Darren. Look, with what I have received, all in all, there are some people out there in this life that are just how do I put this lightly, a-holes. And learning today about some certain things, it really validates that kind of where I am in life. And it is the fact of that do not get me wrong, I would love somebody in my life, but I don't want somebody just to have somebody in my life. What I don't understand is the argument deal. That's something that primarily I don't primarily want to get into. Obviously, because the wound is fresh. But the thing is that, look, at the end of the day, it takes two people to make a marriage work. It is not one-sided. It is not one person does all this while one person sits around. But for me, the biggest thing is the same thing that I said before. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your loved ones. And let somebody know that they're not alone. Because I think the biggest problem is I think that Darren felt so alone. And look, I'm very uncomfortable even talking about it, but you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And you know, it's really unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate to of how it happened. It's very unfortunate of why it happened. And the thing is that I have so many questions, but I just kind of know what the answer is as far as where we're at, because quite frankly, when you begin to understand a person, you begin to understand all sides of them. And yeah, about the only thing that I can say is that this was something that was absolutely not needed, to be quite honest with you. And it could have been resolved in a lot of ways. And that's really where I stand. It doesn't really need to be this one-sided deal. Now, in that same breath, look, it also takes two people to make a marriage stop working. Look, no relationship is perfect. It's not meant to be that way. But at that same time, if you have a problem, work through it. Because to me, if you truly love somebody and you truly love them being around them, then this is an example I used the other day with something that I went through personally. I talked about the fact of that nothing replaces the real thing, right? Nothing replaces the real thing, because when you have the real thing and when you reach a peak as far as, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, etc., nothing beats the real thing. And the thing is that I don't really know why, or really understand why you would want to put energy elsewhere. Because the thing is that those years just don't just fall off trees. Those years don't just fall out of ether. You have to work very, very hard at it. You have to put so much time and so much effort and so much into that it's that it doesn't just happen overnight. It is more of, it takes years and years and years. And the thing is that you're going to go through good times, you're going to go through bad times, and all in all, sometimes it's going to be hard. And there are other times you're going to feel like you're on cloud nine. But nothing replaces the real thing as far as love for that person that you have. And the thing is, let's pause. The thing is that it does not change the fact of, oh shoot, we might need to move time up a little bit. Alrighty then. Well, of course not. Alrighty then. Well, I reckon let's go ahead and let's grab this. There's that. That needs a smaller tractor. No, let's not go John Deere. Let's go. Yeah, let's do a T8. But no, nothing replaces that real thing And it doesn't replace the fact that at some point in time, you had love for that person. You saw the good in that person. And you felt like you were on cloud nine. And then it just kind of changed in Darren's case. And I don't know why. I don't really want to know why. But as I said, it takes two people to make a marriage work, and it also takes two people for a marriage to stop working. And that's really, oh boy, oh Christ. There we go. And that's just kind of that. But I don't think, at the end of the day, you have to make it work. And look, I don't know shit about love. I don't. But at the end of the day, you have to make it work. Somehow, some way. Especially if you got kids. And the thing is that, yeah, at some point, you know, you have to really wonder, am I doing the right thing? Can I do the right thing? And I think, look, at the end of the day, for me, when you're going out of your way for somebody, it just kind of, and you're getting this, how do I even say this, you know, this pushback, it's, just kind of hits you differently. And it just, it makes you really understand how things are. Because the thing is that no, every day is not going to be perfect. Not every day is going to be this fairy tale that we all imagine. We have to be willing to work through hard times. We have to be willing to lift up each other when one is feeling down, or when one is feeling sad or disparaged. And that's really where I'm at with it. Look, if you want to have a conversation about it, I'm more than willing to have a conversation about it. Because at the end of the day, it is it's very sad what happened, but in a lot of ways, there's a lot that we can learn from this to become better. And that's really what I push for every single day, is that what can we learn from this that is going to make us better, that's going to make myself better, whether it's being a better person, being a better coach, being a better being better at my job, being better all around. It is really the point that I want to make. Because at that point, look, there are people in this life that are going to step into your life and they are going to change your life forever. And Darren did that for me, and that is something that that can't be replicated. And that's what I mean by the real thing. When you have that, hold on to that, because it can't be replicated, it can't be duplicated, it can't be bought, it can't be it can't be anything besides what you have and how much you're willing to put in. And that's really where we're at with it. So let's go ahead, let's take a pause. I know this is heavy tonight, I know, but look, if I don't do it, I don't know who will. So let's go ahead and take a pause. Alrighty. So let's get back into Lions for a minute here, because this is interesting in a way. Look, as far as week 2 goes, look, for me, it's still your most important game of the season. In fact, I'm gonna just give you, a friggin' preview, a little bit of a preview here. As far as it goes, I have so many notes. I wish you guys could see this. It is absolutely ridiculous, as I'm not even paying attention. We'll have to come back and grab some of that. But look, it is the revenge game. And look, for me, I think you're starting 2-0. I think you're starting 2-0. I think you're going to give this fan base what they want. I think the fans are going to be there, and the fans are going to show up, and that place is going to be rocking. I was also clearly kidding when I meant that I would be disappointed if the roof didn't come off the place. But look, it sure seems as if Dan Campbell and oh boy, really? What are we doing here? But yeah, Dan Campbell, and you know, and it seems like a few people, honestly, really agree with me that the fans are going to show up. And look, you deserve it. You deserve the fact of it's the home opener, and this place is gonna be rocking, and I can't wait. Not really too keen on the ski mask thing. It is what it is. But look, you know, long as you win, it ain't gonna matter. But I do want to know what is that weakness that you are concerned about as we head into week 2 here. And maybe I am out of my mind with this. But for me, it is the fact of Marvin. It's also the fact of, as far as wanting to see, it's got to be Antoine Green. Because look, I will be honest with you, I know the trade deadline is, you know, quite a ways away. But if we can see just a glimpse of what Antoine Green is, or isn't for that matter, really, then yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I think things could get interesting as far as what to do at the deadline. And again, I know it's a really far away place, but look, that was really one of my things for the season, is that, look, you were active in free agency. Well, now it's time to be active at the deadline. And to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time that they were active at the deadline. Oops. So, I think we're good there. And then there's that. Nice. Oh, of course, I didn't even delete that one. Shocker. Okay. So I do believe, well, let's get into this here in just a second. Okay. Give me just a moment here, guys. Well, that's unfortunate. Alrighty then, well, I'll deal with that. I suppose later. So, yippee. Okay, so let's get into how Thursday and Friday are going to work. So, I have no idea how work is going to be, which is going to be interesting. And I know as soon as I make a plan, it usually does not work out. However, we are going to try and make double dips a thing. And honestly, it's one of my favorite things to do. So, with that said, we are going to save the DR map for Friday. We'll head into the weekend on the right note. Take a look around the new map. We'll take a look at TJ's farm. I know TJ has been already super excited to really get on that map, and he said he's already taken a look around, and he said, yeah, it's the best map out there for 22. So I'm interested to see. But of course, that take will be Friday. On Thursday, we are going to try and get into a little bit of FS as well. Thursday, we're going to do our usual stuff. So Thursday and Friday, we are going to talk about the AFC and NFC fun that TJ and I have talked about. So that's going to be the main thing as far as where we're at with that. The biggest thing is that really all in all, it's all meant in good fun. We don't really take it serious. And I mean, we just love football, so why not head into a Football Friday with handing out some AFC and NFC fun. Little bit of a blitz style, so we're going to be doing that. And then Thursday is going to be the week 2 preview. And then on Friday, we will be on the DR map. We're going to take a look at the builds. I am going to build a farm. And we're going to get after it. And then on Friday, we are also going to do our picks of the week, which will be college and NFL. We will do it on the live stream. And we will just have fun with it. The thing is, TJ and I are not great at it. Like, we are not great at it at all. But the thing is, again, it's all for entertainment. It's all meant in good fun. And that's really where we're at. Thursday, I don't really know what we're going to be on. I know TJ said probably before I head on to vacation with family coming into town. We are going to try and get back on the Brew Crew. But we still got a lot of work to do on that. So we will see how the hell that freaking works. I know eventually, I know we want to hop over to 19 and do a little trip down memory lane type of deal for that. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we are going to try and make it work. But no, look, here's the deal. Look, I don't like doing nights like tonight as far as much as the next guy, because it is uncomfortable. I can tell you that. But the thing is that if I don't do it, then I'm not doing justice by you guys. Look, I value my listeners, and look, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I value my listeners, I value who watches, I value who pays attention, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. And very, very simply, listen, no, it's not fun. It's not fun to do. But the thing is that I look at this exactly the same way I do my job. And very, very simply, at the end of the day, you guys come first. Period. Now, obviously, that is just for here, because there are other things. But yeah. So, no, when we're on here and we're doing our thing, straight up, you guys come first. Period. So, tomorrow tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Thursday. On Thursday, we will have the weekend report as well. So yeah, we're going to head into a football weekend. Lots of football. And then we're going to be right back to it. And I mean that literally. So, well, because look, I'm going to try and give you guys a hell of a lot of content before I head off for vacation. And then very simple, the very day I can get back on, I'm going to get back on, and we're going to do what we got to do. So, but yeah, here in the next, the rest of this week, and then next week, it's gonna be just, we're gonna be firing on all cylinders, and we're gonna be getting after it. So. And then I'm pretty sure this will be our only oat field for the time being, because I think TJ and I talked about little bit of rice, a little bit of cotton, etc. So we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, I do think this is going to be our only oat field for the time being. So. We'll get this back, or actually we'll get this small field done, and then I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it a night. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for Friday to give y'all some content on that new map. I know we got the other new map. I know TJ has already gotten started on there as well, or has gotten started on there as well. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to see what the hell he's got cooking up when it comes to it, because Lord knows TJ is just guy's on fire. Guy keeps me up to date on every single thing. I mean, so this was funny. So usually sometime, well, like tomorrow's a prime example, right? Because it's coffee day, so I tend to leave a little bit early. I tend to, pick me up a Celsius, pick me up some caffeine for the show. And, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, we're not on the air until 2 p.m., but, sometimes we just, go ahead and mess around, and we'll sit in and listen to middays and all this other stuff. Well, the other day, I think it was like Sunday night or some shit like that. I don't remember now. But the funniest thing is that he texted me at 3:30 in the morning and said, "Hey man, I got my farm done, so Friday we're all set." And I'm just like, this dude really texted me at 3:30 in the morning to say, "Hey man, we're all good to go for Friday." Like, sweet Jesus, man, come on. But no, it's TJ is a big part of this behind the scenes, as far as putting it all together, because there is a lot of times I have no idea what in HELL hell I'm doing, and we have fun. So TJ, if you see this, thank you for all you do, man. So yeah. Alrighty, we probably should have plowed that little bit up, but it'll be alright for now. So I'm gonna probably end up finishing up this and calling it a night. So with that said, I hope y'all have a great night, and we will catch y'all on the next one. You guys are the real MVPs as always. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. I mean, I still cannot believe that we hit I still can't believe we just hit 30 subscribers. And I'm just like mind blown. So nah, you guys are amazing, man. Thank you for everything that you guys do, because honestly, you guys are the ones who make this channel too. So thank you.